Hello there, yours truly back in the gaming chair with a fiery and explosive rant, a heat of rant, so prepare for pain. Strap yourselves in, because it's going to be one hell of a turbulent ride. While playing Zillia, I wanted to check on how the PSN on the PlayStation 3 is. If you haven't checked for yourself, take some time and do it. It is a ghost town of what the PSN was. Sony, with other game developers and studios, removed majority of their games, season passes, and DLCs only on the PSN are Vita games. Odd, very odd. But yeah, not even special discounts, half offs, or just to make DLC and all that free. Heck, most of the studios are not even in the gaming business anymore. But from the corporate greed that ruined gaming going on 20 years ago, back on the PlayStation 3, well, the 360 and PlayStation 3, it's all DLCs, only DLCs and season passes. That comes to mind, and still, surprisingly, is still the same thing. Nothing has changed. It just got worse with gaming. Now, believe it or not, now the DLC that was there in Season Pass, it was Batman Arkham Origins. But that's overpriced for a game that's 11 years old. And WBDC wants you to fork up premium price as if it came out last week. Get out with that noise. No, for real. You have to see it for yourself. No kidding. Seriously. It's hogwash how all this went under our noses and pulling the digital red carpet under our feet. But we true gamers knew that this was going to be the future because the writing was on the wall back in 2009. Well, 2010, of course, with you remember the infamous PSN hack that wiped everybody's bank out. And then you got game developers like Square Enix, Capcom, EA, Activision, are just giving you nothing, but yet you're supposed to pay for everything for it. Now, to be fair, this was the dark and grim reality of gaming digitally. Originally reared its ugly and slimy head 19 years ago, with Microsoft being the ugly, slimy head and forerunners of it, while studios and developers like Sony following suit like a hoe to her pimp, in the aftermath of what is the ninth gen of gaming now and what all that crap is going through. Gamers, this is our fault for not standing up against this abuse and attack on the free market capitalism. So now I fully agree it's anti-consumer. Before I was saying it wasn't, but now it is. It's anti-consumer. Just because you have the money don't mean you should spend. If anything, we had the power, but we continue this practice of shut up and take my money, and that because I only put corporations, studios, and developers, gaming and movie to sleep and make them very fat, very, very fat. The lockdown was another one, so we can't really blame Microsoft no more, but they are the forerunners of this. So they are the kings of this disaster. And also why I retired from gaming. I mean, the previous gen, the PS4 was bad, especially on PS4, making you cash out more money just to play online to get multiplayer. PS Plus. I don't think so, Sony. That's why I'm proud to be a PS Plus less, going on 10 years now. Last time I had that crap up was 2015. Which I was foolish thinking that there was going to be some light at the end of this tunnel. No, there's not going to be light at the end of this tunnel. It's too late. It's event horizon at this point. It's only going to get worse unless a market crash happens. But once again, we can't blame Microsoft, Sony, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, or developers and studios. No, that's on the buy consumer of the same game in the same vein, wrapped in the same package for the last 20 years. That's gamers' fault with the pre-order, season passes, supporting gas holes like games as a service, and the ooh and ah for the episodic piece of crap called Final Fantasy VII Remake, which gamers are waiting for the third episode, foaming at their mouths and suckered into it. Yes, whether you like it or not, Final Fantasy VII Remake is episodic. Probably either next year, 2026 or 2027. Probably going to be on the PS6 for all we know. So overall, you're looking at Final Fantasy VII Remake to be complete on the PS6. You know, the 3 discs that came out, no problem, 27 years ago. Now there's an issue. Shame on you Squeenix for that. Because you know, and I know, the PS5 is pushing 5 years. That's right. It had a very rocky rough and rocky start due to the lockdown. And then people was price gouging into infinity and beyond. And with that collective lame excuse, one-sided logic of not having Final Fantasy VII integrate and Rebirth on the PlayStation 4 as well. With this crap, well, the PlayStation 4 is old tech and outdated hardware, so that's why the other episodes of Final Fantasy VII Remake can't be on it. Riddle me this, then why did Square Enix put them on in the first place then? They should never even bother. But then again, it's even worse on Square Enix's part because this was probably back on the PlayStation 3. Nah, that wasn't no tech demo. They were playing damage control of all that, so don't even front or say otherwise. Sony guilty of this too. Why no Lego Horizon Adventures on the PS4 when it's on the Switch? The Switch is a handheld that's 7th gen at best. But no PlayStation 4, F off with that Sony and F you Sony for that. Gaming for the last nearly 20 years, logic, reason, and common sense doesn't compute with the game studios and developers and replaced with greed, BS, and F you, pay me so we can all play a glorified beta or to come. It's sick, sad, and pathetic what the game world is. It is sad that it is normal to have day one DLC, locked content, incomplete or beta level games that you're paying full price for, patches and updates every waking moment, paying to play online, missing rosters, bare bone content, microtransactions, and gas, games as a service. Oh, how all that looking now? Oh, they're being yanked off the server, so guess what? You better play it, because you won't be in a little while. Back to Square Enix, which they became the Wicked Witch back on the 7th gen. Pretty BS and effed up if you had just one episode, only the PS4. And say, go spend more money on a new console, quit being cheap and get a job. That's not marketing genius. That's highway robbery. Last time I checked, I don't have donations given to me on YouTube. Y'all free too. I don't have money falling from the trees, or I have wealthy uncles or rich daddies and all of that. So check markers. No, I'm living paycheck to paycheck like the rest of y'all. So me having to cough up dough just to continue gaming greed to keep studios and developers asleep can kiss my attire buttocks. To insult to injury, the same game had everything 27 years ago with Final Fantasy VII. That didn't came episodic, did it? No. But Square Enix can't do this with the 7 remake. Make that make sense. They're ripping you all off with this, but continue to get ripped off. Don't ever try to excuse it because there's games with the same gigabyte data that has everything. Examples, Witcher 3, even Cyberpunk 2077 before Project Red screwed that up. Skyrim, Dragon Age Inquisition, Marvel Spider-Man 1 and the Miles expansion, Batman Arkham Knight, even Final Fantasy 7, even Final Fantasy 15, whether you like that game or not. But then Square Enix messed that up with the story, adding way too much in a little pot and made a big old mess. Oh, GTA 5, Minecraft, Diablos 3 and 4, Fortnite, have to throw in the Division, whether you like that game or not, Gran Turismo 7, plus any game that's over 100 gigabytes like Final Fantasy 7 Remake. But yeah, we can't have Integrate or Rebirth or Lego Horizon. No, it just wouldn't be right for that old console. Yeah, boy. But yeah, the PlayStation 4, plays just fine, and it is 12-year-old console. What Shannoy was saying, I guess since we was like this with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox, with the 360, that lasted for 11 years, and it makes no sense. It really does. Sony ought to be ashamed of themselves for not having Lego Horizon on the PS4 as well. Understand with Horizon 2, they should never have put that on the PS4 anyways. Another slap from them. Sony gave all of us who didn't get a PS5 or still don't have one, again, if you want to contribute, go buy one instead of belittling. Put your money where your mouth is. Sony just gave, and them saying that crap, the middle finger. But yeah, go get your PS5 if you want to continue all of this mess. Now back to Square Enix. If they can, why can't Square Enix? Because they're just going to continue to screw you all over with that Final Fantasy VII Episode 3 when they say, well, we're gonna put on the PS6. So if you got PS5, you're gonna display the I don't know, maybe the consoles are the episodes. Who knows? It'd be too old for it because it's already 5 years. But that same logic, the PlayStation 5 is getting too old. But what do I know? Yeah, gaming's done. It needs to go away for a while because it's on the way to Hollywood. And look how Hollywood is. Number remakes and debauchery, which is why the push and turn for retro gaming. But that's a double-edged sword because retro consoles and gaming are hella expensive now and also the lack of retro game stores, and plus you have to drive out of your own city and state just to find one. No. So that's not a victory rally cry either. And then back to the last legs of the PS3, PSN, like with all the remaining DLCs and passes. It's sad, but it makes you mad. But at the same time, this could have been avoided if gamers stood together and unified until Microsoft, who once again was the head of this, and Sony is now the tail, revolted against the anti-consumer practices. Just have gamers, and just for us to be asleep and waste money and just play a brand new, shiny, incomplete mess or a remaster or a remake or a gas. Why gaming is the way it is for the last 20 years. I feel sorry for these children because they have to deal with all this. That's why I threw in the towel in making this rant. I'll keep my PS4 maintenance updates until Sony pulls a PlayStation 3 PSN on it. It's all about the time. That's all it is. That's about it. And said, now it's time to end this pain. Hope that you all enjoyed, had a good time. Please like, share, and sub. I'm on the same road to that 1,000 subs. I got to 200, so thank you very much. And continue to keep on rocking with yours truly. Feel free to leave comments. Keep it engaging. And it's that time. Until next time, gamer. Or try to have some happy gaming because I guess there's light within you, the gamer. Until then, power off.